Hold down your wig.
Fucking niggers can burn in hell. Fuck Rosa Parks. I'll slap that bitch as well. Why? Niggers need to learn. Niggers need to burn.
I feel like everybody makes one of these videos like at some point in their YouTube career, and I guess this is mine. I'm not one of the most politically correct people out there. Me personally, I have begun to think judging people by their choice of politics is just stupid, as long as they're not supporting hurting other people physically, emotionally, whatever, in whatever way. Let people be. It's not a big deal. You support Trump, you support Trump. South Bay in general is a very culturally insensitive place to be. I'm not gonna generalize it by saying everybody's racist, but it's definitely, it's different. You meet some very great people, and you meet some very people. It's kind of really sad to say you kind of get used to those people's behavior because you feel like there's nothing personally that you could do to change that, right? But that's not what it can be about anymore. I am so tired of not only PV sweeping things under the rug that need to be brought out in public and need to be publicized, and people need to be aware that these things aren't right to do. And the more the South Bay schools just sweep this under the rug, the more this behavior is going to be, this behavior is going to be continued throughout other generations. I really believe that we can one day have a society that doesn't judge anybody by the color of their skin. But because this behavior is being swept under the rug so much, and people get these slaps on the wrist punishments, it's going to continue. This is like not even one of the major stories that that should have been released about the way the PV students behave and how they act towards people of color. This is, I'm not going to say it's lightweight, but it is very little compared to the things that I have heard. Friends have told me that go on in the schools. I'm glad, of course, that this thing is finally being brought to light, and everybody's finally coming out and speaking out about how fucked up PV High, to me, it's just South Bay in general, how fucked up people can be around here. Okay, let's analyze the poster. So I don't know word from word what the poster said, but it said something along the lines like, "Oh, I know you're racist, but you know, I'd still want to go to prom with you." And with every line, a word was bolded, and it was bolded until you saw the racial slur. The way PV High handled that and released the statement saying that it was a slang term, that was a big ass slap in the face, honestly. Calling it a slang term instead of a racial slur for which it was just another sweeping under the rug move that they do. They don't want people thinking that, you know, they can't handle situations like this, that they're better than what they actually are, but they are not. I spent like around 3 to 4 years here, and it's just been a journey just seeing everything and realizing things aren't exactly what they seem. It's amazing how two-faced people can be. They want to be something one minute and how they are something the next. It's sad that we've just learned to deal with it, that we just kind of shrug our shoulders at things like this. And we're the ones forced to change our opinions that aren't even opinions, they're facts. Calling someone out of their name, racial slurs, is not good. Finally, her apology. Everybody has been sending me so many receipts and I appreciate it. Like, you guys really came through. I read her apology. And I really don't think that I have ever read such bullshit in my life. This girl actually had nerve to say that she didn't know what was written on the poster before it was posted. Girl, please. That was some goddamn bullshit. And she said, this girl actually had nerve to be like, that's not who I want to be. I don't even think that racist jokes are funny. I was just so caught up with everything. And it's not their fault, but it's not mine. It's more not my fault because I didn't know anything. I guarantee you, if nobody blew this out of proportion, as they tend not to, you would have been thinking this was so cute. This probably would have been on your Instagram. It probably would have been all up and down your Twitter and Snapchat. So don't even play with me. You're just mad because you got this James Charles light on you right now and it's not looking so hot. It gets me so heated when people get called out. Not only do they get called out for their bullshit, but they want to bullshit the bullshit that was thrown, that they got called out for. It's sad how people always want to play the victim when they hurt people. I have sources that told me that you are a culturally unaware and insensitive type of person. Because this hits so close to home, to me, it's not a mistake. It's a choice you made. You chose to pose with that poster, and you chose to hurt a lot of people. It's like I'm so used to this. I'm like, okay, I roll my eyes and keep scrolling. But you caught my attention. You got me so heated. You caught my attention. That's what you wanted to. Your name, Bianca, whatever. I don't know, Bianca. You wanted this. And so you got it. You know that saying, be careful what you wish for? Be careful what you wish for. I think if you really are sorry and you really not this culturally insensitive person, I think you should prove that. Okay, I don't wanna say like I'm coming for you or I want to inflict violence on you or anything. But what made me want to slap you in the face is when you said, if there's anything I can do for anyone I have affected, let me know. Whatever you think will help the situation is not benefiting anybody but yourself. You're trying to make yourself look better than you actually are. And it is so sad. It's so pathetic. And I am so bored. I am sure this is not the first time that you have done something like this. Also, calling out the boy, Nick. That whole I didn't know because I'm from another country thing. Okay. Okay, honey. You know, there's this thing. It's worldwide actually. Anybody can have it, you know. Even in Switzerland, I'm sure they have this great new thing called Google. You have the ability to look up the words you may not know the definition of. Isn't that crazy? So no, I'm not going to sympathize with you at all. You are just as much to blame. If not more than the girl. You stood in front of that poster. You made it. And you want to know why I think you didn't? Because you knew and you thought it was funny. Maybe you didn't realize the severity of the joke, but safe to say, it's not funny. It's still not funny. It will never be funny. I'm a fan of jokes. I'm not gonna act like I don't laugh at a few racist ones. I'm not. If it's funny, it's funny. Doesn't make it right. But to me, if something's funny, then I'll laugh. But what you chose to do is to take a joke and publicize it for everybody to see. Joke's on you because nobody's laughing. I've read a lot and I've heard a lot of people give their opinions. And you know, a lot of people think that some people shouldn't be allowed to get angry, you know. Like some people of color think that, you know, people who don't relate to this word or whatever, if you're not African American, if you're not black, that why are you mad? Like, this word isn't affecting you. Very small-minded thinking. I think everybody should be angry because this is not acceptable. It should not be acceptable in any culture. Straight, black, white, trans, bi, pan, blue, purple, Asian, because you're disrespecting us as people, as whole people. See, you're so small-minded, you want to break us down and segregate us all over again and make us feel bad for what we had no choice over. So people who think that way, get the fuck out of my face. Yes, everybody should be mad. Yeah, some people may not be able to relate to it and really understand why it hurts so much. It may not hurt that much, you know. People should be angry that this shit is going on. Because how else are we supposed to spread awareness that this shit isn't okay? Everybody should be equal. That's what we're fighting for. We're not fighting for more power on this side. We're not fighting for less power on this side. We're fighting for equal sides. And I feel like that gets jumbled up in so many people's brains. So let's be equal. Let's not try to get over on the other person. If that's the case, you're doing the exact same thing that they're doing, and how are you any better? The poster wasn't an accident, and it is so funny how they really try to play it off like a fucking accident. So I didn't know. Oh my God. I didn't even know that that's what it said. Oh my God. I'm not even about that. But I was laughing in a picture anyway. But I'm not about it. I didn't think it was funny. I don't know how to act when I'm so offended. I just laugh when I'm offended. Like, bitch, shut your ass up. You really gonna give us that bullshit? Okay. Okay, honey, I see you. But as angry as I am, there really cannot be any progress without forgiveness. If you hold on and harvest this anger against people who have hurt you, you really are no better. I don't know. You don't know me. I don't know you. I know about you. Maybe this isn't everything that you're about. So I forgive you. You are forgiven. I just hope that you learn that this is actually not okay. I don't care what the fuck you said in your apology, whether I believe it was bullshit or not. I hope this actually helped you see how wrong this is. I hope what you're feeling right now, you know, everybody being against you, everybody hating you basically. I hope you know that's how a lot of people of color feel. That the world is against us, that we can't win no matter what we do. We're always going to be one step back. I really hope this helps you grow as a person. You deserve a second chance just as much as anybody does, to me. Don't get me wrong though, don't reach out to me. We ain't friends. We ain't friends. But you are forgiven. It's not gone and it's definitely not forgotten, but I will not dwell on it, you know? We need to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I hope I represented a couple people out there. And I hope this video gets to be wherever she is, whether she's off of social media, which I would definitely be off of if I were her. I hope she knows that she's not alone in making choices that hurt others. But she's free to redeem herself. Prove us wrong. That's the number one way to shut someone up, is to prove them wrong. So prove me wrong.